a decade and a half. Basically, and it was really good on the architecture that they kept the original design and retained it in the more solid building, and the portables were running down by the time I was leaving there in 1999. I believe they installed it sometime in the mid-80s. And it used to be a door that used to take you outside, and then it was a portable. So, they added that building. It's fortunate that it went into the addition when it was complete. It was the only part of any of the London schools that actually had linoleum floors. We were known to have carpet in our hallways and in our classrooms, and that's been a running joke amongst the working class people and the upper class people. So that was one other thing. The playground, we had a nice interesting playground, because if you were to look at South School on like a Google map or a GIS a map of the community, it goes against a body of water of, I believe it's Scobie Pond, that's in Windham, not in Londonderry. So that's where the property abuts. And then around the other side of this playground, there's a huge yard, field, that's the word, a large field, and it's called a mound, and or I'm mistaken it with the other school. Anyways, we had this huge plot of field for athletic stuff, and there was I think there was some treatment thing, because there was this little building thingamabbob, public works thing in the far back of the building, not the building but the property. And then as you get to this part, there's tar. So the western end of the building, basically where the sun would set during the afternoon, it would be brutal on those September days where it's warmer than average, or you had a March 1990, it was a hot year month, or June or what, where we basically all shut down. We can't function. There's no HVAC or stuff like that. And so part of that problem was the western end of the building had a lot of pavement, tar, whatever, for the basketball hoops and other more active things if you weren't in the playground. So what they did was they added a huge part of that tar. I mean, we still have the tar, as we would call it, and they put greenery. And it was named after a few of our teachers. That was actually, one was my 4th grade teacher, and they dedicated them, because they were retired at that point. It looks kind of nice. Don't know what it's like now, because I frankly don't give a damn. It's not that big when you look in the picture, but it's pretty big if you're a kid. And it just gives that area a break from all the solar and the heat. That greenery should be done in more places. Yeah, but South School was a unique architecture of the way it was built, the way the addition was built, and in the back of the property with the field and stuff like that. What was interesting was the end of the 2008 school year, they were supposed to basically relocate the portables to probably the multi-purpose room, and they were going to do the construction, but what got them in the way was there was ledge underneath the, I don't think it was asbestos or anything that toxic, but just they got into our bedrock of granite, I would think ledge or hard rock, and they couldn't get that out where the portables were sitting, so it took them a little bit longer to complete. And also they had to put sprinklers in the school, because the school didn't have any sprinklers, and if you start touching South School physically, you would have to put sprinklers. And of course that actually had people opposed to the addition. They didn't want to put sprinklers in. I know somebody in mine, I'm not going to name names, but he was on the town council at that time. He was also on the budget committee, hence why he was opposed it. But South School doesn't have it, doesn't mean anything to me anymore. So this was the cover of the school district's annual report that I repped and kept. But anyways, it's gonna get shredded. I'm so sad. No, I'm not. Gag me. I don't know what a childhood sweetheart is, but that would have been the classic example, and apparently yours truly just didn't read the signals versus the noise, and that's what happened. And I just ran into, or at least last summer, a magic school bus book where she gave me the book and signed, her name. It erased part of her name because that's what you used to do back in the day. And yep, I might be destroying that book too because whatever. So without further ado, Samantha Keikos is going into the shredder. Second to last. Maybe there might be more, but this is the Valentine's card of '97. The only homeroom class we had together. Get in there. All the drama. Okay, so this is one of the few Valentine's Day cards that was not from homeroom, because we, in elementary school we were homeroom. So somewhere down the long line, I gave the signals to the girl named Katie McKinnon. Now, I guess that's not her birth name, because according to her Facebook and Insta, it's either capital K A E L Y N N or capital K A Y capital L Y N N, whatever. Kaylin, whatever. She doesn't look like a Kaylin. She, to me, is a Katie, but whatever the hell her identity is, because she got married and got a different name. So, anyhow, the girl behind the legendary love story. I'll get to that in a moment. But apparently, somewhere along the lines, yours truly started to have feelings for the opposite sex, and this is the reason why I brought this up when I did, so I would be clean and just tell people the truth instead of misleading people into stuff. But I had the hots for her at the time in the late 90s, and somehow this is the only Valentine's Day card I got from her, and I think it was a way to acknowledge that I didn't trust in her. That's the only thing I could know, because logically speaking, right? I mean, I think this was February 98? This would be February 98, and that would be 5th grade. So, yeah. So somewhere down the line, she wrote, "Hi, how are you?" with "are you," like kind of like I am language. Apparently I've said Steve to her, and hope you're having fun. She had really damn good penmanship. I don't know if that's still the case today. Come on. Oh wait, is it not in the buffer? You want to lose cam 1, gentlemen. Thank you. Take display 2, please. You're welcome. So this is the girl that I this happened to be my first school age crush, and she puts this. I don't even know who the guy is. I mean, I know a lot of people from Allentown, but I couldn't tell this guy from a lineup. I don't even know who he is. But she came up with this international hashtag that anybody in the world can see. You don't have to be, well, you have to be logged on Instagram to see hashtags, but you could use a third-party app. So yeah, she puts this bullshit out there. Nice. I'm not gonna go up. Oh, the sister! Oh my god, her sister! I knew her sister. We went to school together, and apparently the crush became a running joke in my second year of 5th grade. So, oh yeah, so it is a coup. I will never have a legendary love story because no one had any feelings for me because everyone thought I loved machines more than I loved people. Yep. It wasn't, because then that's where you got to the north end of town, right? So I I don't get it, and I just learned that from my upbringing that people just with the airplanes and bopping from big cities and the millennials being in big cities, that you just find somebody from another part of the world. So I thought it was just highly ironic a millennial would put this hashtag, her and her older sister, whom which I was, homeroom with, and put the one that put me in air quotes, which was very flattering. Just the oddity, the hypocrisy, it just made no sense. Yet you would be blasting this fake farce thing. Because if that logic made sense, I would have been with someone that I went to school with, or maybe not. Who knows? So we're just gonna go by what's on the envelope. Katie McKinnon. Shred the damn thing, shred the damn thing. Londonderry germs. Ew. Cooties. Londonderry cooties. Ugh. Till next time. Adios. With that guy that doesn't have a hand.